woods, you guys. We're at the property. I had a camera right here. Thieves came in last night and they broke it. It was cable locked. They broke it off the tree. They stole a total of 8 of our cameras. 8 cameras, my stepson's mineral feeder, my ground blind, my shooting stick, my monopod, one of the cameras that I'm doing a review on. They stole a bunch of stuff from us. And then they were harvesting the saw palmetto berries, which you have to have a permit. You got to have landowner's permission. There's a lot involved because they're highly regulated. But we had to stop them. They come in this time. I'm going to get them. That's a cell camera. And it's up there. I'm going to have a hard time when it comes time changing the batteries, because I had to borrow a 32-foot extension ladder to get up there to mount it. But these guys came in and they keep stealing from us. It's so many cameras. I had a camera up here last year, and well, I'll let you guess what happened to it. See the lead inside there? Or maybe parts of the camera. Yeah, they shot that one. Anyway, I had this other camera down here. You can see where all the bark's worn off. He was beating on it because I had a cable lock. All of this stuff here was growing. All of this was up on the tree. This was part of the camouflage. Anyway, it was all up around the tree, and there's a little window right here for that camera to see out of. And I just replaced it because the other camera, the batteries died, and so I put a high definition video camera here that would easily, you could read a tag at a long distance with it. An amazing camera Kim gave me for Christmas about a year ago. An expensive camera where they destroyed it and got it off the tree. They took that one down the hill. There's 2 cameras that were on the left. They took both of them. You go to the bottom of the hill, there's another one. They took it. They took a total of 8 cameras. 8 of my trail cameras, monopod, shooting stick, ground blind, feeder, my stepson's mineral feeder. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I hate using the word hate. I dislike it severely. But folks, I'll just be real with you. I absolutely hate a thief. And the people, well, I'll give you some good news. You know, we've had, it's been close to 20 cameras now stolen, hunting stands. There's been a lot, probably around $4,000 now to date. And anyhow, I rode up here. I was on the 4-wheeler when I went to check cameras over near the house, and they were gone. I went to the next one, it was gone. I went to the ladder stand, which isn't far from there. That camera's gone. And I stayed on the 4-wheeler trail. Every camera I had was gone. Where a few weeks back, I had one on this pine over here, and they stole that one. Guys, I'm well within our property. There's the guy's footprints right there. That's the one of the 2 people. See their boot prints? Anyhow, I come up on the 4-wheeler. The one at the bottom of the hill, they took it, and there's a sand pit like this. And I seen kick marks, boot prints where somebody took off running. So I come up here, and I looked over at my stepson's area, and I noticed his mineral feeder, and both of his cameras were gone. Well, I go up here because I knew the camera up here by the gate, I would have them on camera. They'd be busted. And I get up there, and I see the cable, but I can't see the camera. And I get around to the front of it, and I realize the vines are stomped down, and the camera's gone. And I seen movement right there to the left of my truck. And it was a guy getting into the passenger side of a pickup truck, slammed the door, and they peeled out of there. They were backed in off to the left, so I couldn't see them. They were hiding in the bushes. Well, we contacted the sheriff's department and made a report. And called a friend of ours. He is a farmer, an amazing man, one of our very good friends. And we called him, and I told him what happened. So he drove over here, and him, myself, and Kim loaded up, and we went riding roads. That truck, when it took off, I seen it. It was sort of a faded, like a sun-bleached gold color Chevrolet, late 90s model, early 2000s. Looked like it was either two-wheel drive or it was a stock four-wheel drive truck. Anyhow, we rode all over, and I spotted it off the road. This old really junky place. So we went down the road, kept looking. We turned around to come back, and I told Wesley, I said, that's got to be it. And then I looked on the dirt road, and I seen the tire tracks where he pulled in. I told him, I said, that's the truck. I'm 100% certain. So we contacted the sheriff's department, and he said, well, I'll see if we can get a deputy over there today. I said, look, my stuff's going to be gone if that is the truck. I said, if you want, I'll go over there right now. I'll confront him. And anyway, he said, no, don't go over there. He said, I'll contact another detective and we'll get somebody over there. Well, we kept looking. We kept searching other roads just in case. You can see the guy's boot prints right here. That's where they were coming in. That's when they went up there and they took the camera and the mineral feeder right there. So anyway, we continued searching other roads just in case it wasn't the right truck. And sheriff called me, and he asked me, he said, didn't your Moultrie mineral feeder have chew marks in it? And I said, yes, sir, from when the bear chewed it up, because I told him that initially when we was giving him descriptions of what was taken. He said, I believe we found your stuff. So anyhow, he had us pull over and just wait for about 45 minutes, and he called and wanted me to ride over there to that location, the address that I gave them of where I found the vehicle. So we went home. We was riding with our good friend Wesley, and we didn't want them to recognize his truck. He lives alone. He's an older fella, and he just he's not in a position to take care of himself if something were to happen. So I told the officer, I said, I'm going to have him take me home, and I'm going to bring my truck over there because it's very recognizable. It's the only one in the area, especially with a spare tire on the roof, and I want him to see who I am. And so we went over there, and they asked the guy, and he admitted to taking all that stuff. And anyhow, they got him. The two fellas are locked up. Since the amount of what they took this time was in excess of $750, it is a felony charge. The Fish and Game Commission, which is our game wardens. This right here is saw palmetto. This palmetto bush right here. They're dried up. Season's about over. Trying to get some of the berries off. They're all falling. The berries are dried. You pick them when they're like a yellow gold color, and there's a high. It's a big money market. A lot of money in these. But we, as landowners, we have to have a permit to harvest these. You cannot sell them. You cannot pick them without a permit. And you cannot be in possession of them without a permit. But then you also, even though we are landowners of this property, we also had to fill out a landowner consent form, giving ourselves consent to come on our own property and harvest these berries. All right, this right here is, yep, that's saw palmetto too. The berries are dried up. But anyway, when the sheriff went over there and talked to these two grown men, they're my age, to ask them about if they took the stuff, that they admitted to it. And they said they were harvesting saw palmetto berries. So the Fish and Game Commission is involved now because that is serious charges. It is theft of a crop, removing crop from property without landowner's consent, harvesting a protected species without proper permitting and licensing, and it's a stack of charges. It is a lot of them. So these two men are in a world of trouble. What's so crazy is you guys, you remember me telling you last year about the guy that came in, they took my cam park camera, they took the seat off my ladder stand, they took that gun rope I had on there, and on his way out, leaving the property, he walked past the camera that they didn't see, because I have all the lights on it. I have electrical tape all over the camera, blacking it out so you can't see the lights, the indicator lights. Well, he walked past it and it caught him. It videoed him walking down the road, this road, but at the far end of the property. He was walking down the side of it with a shotgun over his shoulder, and then he went, I got two posts as an example. One's where the tree is, and there's another one like about here. Both have no trespassing signs. There's a gate on it. He walked over and went right around it. His buddy was right there over the gate waiting on him. And then he stopped to show him the camera and the stuff that he just stole. And he dropped my gun rope. You can see the reflective part hit the ground. And anyway, I showed that video to the detective last night. And this was from last year, the last week of hunting season. They were on our property hunting without our permission, and he walked out with more of my cameras. And anyway, the detective zoomed the video in so we can get a look at the guys. He said, yep. And he named off both of them. He said, that guy on the left is so-and-so. The guy on the right is, this. I don't remember the names. But anyway, he said their names. And I said, so you know them? He said, yeah, it's these two guys we just arrested for stealing your stuff today. He said, yep, that's them. He said, I've arrested them before for the same thing. So these guys are habitual thieves. And there's a high chance they've got all of my other cameras that are missing. The other, I think it's 11 or 12 of them. It's a lot of them that I haven't never recovered. They probably have taken them too. But they told the sheriff's department last night that they've been on this property hunting it and helping themselves several times last year as well as this year. They've been out here regularly. And so I believe the detective, the charges from this incident, what they just took yesterday, all of these charges will be, this is one case, and it sounds like they are making another case for last year. And with that video, if he's already a felon since they've already been arrested, then he may be getting a felon in possession of a firearm charge. There may be a lot of stuff going on, and I hate it for him, but praise God we found him. And thank God the sheriff's department's doing their job. But we got to put an end to this. If you don't have nothing, we don't have nothing. If it weren't for Kim's family, we wouldn't have this property right here. We would not have it. But thanks to their help, we do have it now. But our other property, the small property that we live on, we're making payments on that. We're still paying on it. The mobile house, we got payments on that. Payments on the tractor, payments on the motorbike. Everything's got payments. And we're strapped. We just don't have nothing. But if these men would have came up, they'd have took the time to come up to the house or stop us. We're out here all the time. And I've been here when that truck's rode around these roads watching us. All they have to do is come up and introduce themselves and say, hey, look, we like to hunt. We don't have a place to hunt. We ain't got no money to get cameras and stuff like that. Do you have an old camera you could help us out with? I'd absolutely hook them up. I don't mind helping anyone. I can't let anyone else hunt on the property because right now we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 people hunting out here, And then also myself, Kim, and Rosie. So there's 8 of us on the property right now. We just don't have room for anyone else. But anyhow, I just wanted to do a check in, let you guys know that we're doing good. It's been chaotic. I've been sick for the past week. Yesterday was the first day I started feeling good, and so and I've been working, doing hay and everything else, and it's about to kill me physically. And so, oh my Lord, these are the signs they walk by. You can see them. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's down there. The one that just passed it is gone now. Then we got one here, got one there. They tore that one. And there's one, oh, they took the last one down too. I see pieces of it on the ground. Yep, there it is. Right back over there, they tore that down. But anyhow, I'm getting upset thinking about it. But we're doing good. We're doing all right. I am getting better. I'm on the mend. I've got to get home. I got to put some hay out for the goats, and I wait for the sheriff's department. I'm supposed to get a visit from the sheriff's department here. We only got maybe 2 hours before sundown, and the last time I spoke to him yesterday was at 10 minutes to 10 last night, and I had to get dressed and ride out on the four-wheeler in the dark way back there to double check to make sure my seat that was in that ground blind, that they didn't take that too, because it's an expensive seat. And so I had to get dressed, go out there in the dark, and which scared the life out of me. But anyhow, they will show up. It could be any time between now and 10. He gets off at midnight, and he told me he'll try not to contact us past 10 o'clock, which is 2 hours past my bedtime. But whatever it takes to get this case settled. This right here, last week before last, see the spin marks? These dune buggy things and four-wheelers coming around, they're running the trees over. They were going around our gate. You see where they're tearing all this up, spinning tires? They went right up through here, right past these 2 signs, and past one right here on the gate, and they went down and they tore up that little green field that my stepson's got planted. We come out here, it's been 4 days or 5 days ago now, and we run this barbed wire. We stretched it on both sides, and we put signs up so nobody hits it. We added this sign and this sign. And the guys, they came out today, and they tried to go back in there again. Or yesterday. And they couldn't get by. So they ended up peeling out. They got turned around, and one of them backed up to the gate, and then they peeled out and went that way. The guys in the truck yesterday, this is their spin marks right there. This is where the one back tire was right here. That spin mark is where the other back tire was. They were backed up right here. And what caught my eye, I was right here at the gate. I just pulled up at the gate to try to figure out how they got in, looking for prints, and I seen movement to see the passenger on this side close the door. Well, I seen his leg and arm when he hopped in, and I seen he had a ball cap on, and he pulled the door shut, and they just spun tires all the way down the road. And the time I got my phone out to film it to try to get a tag number, it was just a wall of dust. It's crazy. All of this forest here, there's miles and miles of nothing but forest. There's no houses out here anywhere. Our house is back that direction, and it's a long way from here. I can shoot the rifle that way, and we ain't got to worry about hitting it. There's nothing out here. You can shoot a high power rifle as high as you can aim it down that road, and you're not going to hit nothing but forest. It goes from where we're at all the way up to the interstate, which is, probably 15 miles, and it's forest the entire way. It's forest that way for 9 miles before you get to a county road. There's plenty of forest out here to hunt. Why do they have to come in here? They come up, they see a gate and posted signs everywhere, and this is a spot they're going to go and do all their I'm sorry. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm infuriated over all of this mess. It's uncalled for. Now these two men are in jail, and depending on what their background is, they might be facing prison time, a stack of charges. If they work, they're probably going to lose their job. All of this over just taking something when all you have to do is ask, or do a side job, or take some stuff to the pawn shop like I've done 100 times. If it's hunting season and I need bullets or I need something in order to be able to hunt, and I don't have the money and it's a ways before I get a check, then I will take something to the pawn shop. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've done it. I can't tell you how many times. It's been a lot. Take things, pawn it, get what I need, and then when I get paid, get the stuff out of pawn so I don't lose it. And I haven't lost anything, not since I broke my neck. Since I got back on my feet, I haven't lost anything since 2005. Oh, anyway, guys, I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing evening. I just wanted to do a check-in video, let you know what was going on and why I've been absent. I've been sick. But I will be feeling better. I could get out here and start walking around and check out some of these other areas. And I got another location that I'm going to be checking out that I've never been to. I've got permission from the landowner to go in there and film. He doesn't want me to carry a firearm, and I told him I do carry a sidearm for protection only, not for shooting animals unless I'm being attacked. And he told me I can carry a sidearm with me, but he does not want me to carry a rifle or shotgun or anything of that sort. I can only carry my personal defense firearm because they don't hunt and they've got a lot of wildlife on the property. And hopefully I can catch some on camera. I think it'd be awesome to film some deer or, just whatever we see. I love the animals. Y'all have an amazing evening. Be blessed in all you do and be safe. Be kind. If you have emailed me and I have not responded to you, please forgive me. I have not checked my emails in 6 or 7 days now. I've felt so bad. A lot of dizzy spells. I'm just sick. I'm just sick. That's all there is to it. I'm really bad sick and been very weak and just having a tough time. But I'm getting to where I'm feeling better. Finally getting my strength back. But I will be getting caught up, I promise. But I'll see you guys soon. Be kind, be blessed. We love you all. God bless you. Bye-bye. Guys, lots of police. Got another one coming up, I think, behind us. These people have been stealing our cameras and stuff off the property. And we drove all these roads out here in the woods, and we found the vehicle. I seen it as it pulled away. They sped up. When I pulled up on them in the four-wheeler, they tore out of there. And we drove all over out here in this area, and we found the vehicle. We called the sheriff's department. They got one guy in the car. There's multiple officers here. They got another one coming, and I think it's a big operation. I think they stole a bunch of stuff. But they got him. Sorry about the windshield being so dirty. But there's several cars back there. There we go. Now you can see a little better. Those are police cars. One just left. And we got one that's en route. But as soon as they haul this guy out of here, then we got to go up and identify our belongings. But we caught him. Yay. There's Kim. You can't see her. She's in the dark.
And me and chocolate bar.
But the sheriff had us drive up here. We got to wait on them. They're going to come back and talk to us in a minute and get us to go up and identify what belongs to us. So yay. We're 1 point ahead.